Well, hello and how are you? Hey friends, it's me, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yes, sir, home of Christmas traditions. November 27th through December 24th, 2015. Yes, sir, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Capture in your mind, if you will, a time in America when life was simpler and Christmas was elegant and magical. Take in the scent of roasting chestnuts and welcome to a place where Christmas past and present becomes one. A place where storybook characters come to life right before your very eyes. A place where the typical hustle and bustle of holiday season melts away and allows you to enjoy the Yuletide sounds and magic of yesteryear. Right here in St. Charles, Missouri on Main Street. That's right, December 27th through December 24th, 2015. Alrighty, hey, that being said, this is going to be blog 292. I tell you, 292. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. Alrighty, well, here it is, another day and another dollar. Past and present, oh boy, I tell you. Well, I tell you what, I did not get up at all today. Just enough to do my blog. And so here we go. This is my blog from today or yesterday, whichever you want to call it. If you aren't paying real close attention, it'll be if it's yesterday, but today is today. All right, because I'm not up and I'm not out of bed. I'm in bed right now, so I can't be doing my blog for today, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna slip that one around. You flip that around in your mind and you try to figure out how I'm right here in front of the camera doing my blog while I'm actually in bed. Alright. Anyway, didn't have a caregiver show up at all today, so my roommate, of course, offered to get me up out of bed, but I just said, no, not gonna happen. Just gonna lounge around today and stay in bed all day. So I'm just kind of comfortable. Finally, I had her move me to the middle of the bed so I could sit up and watch some television without going to sleep. But well, that didn't happen. I went to sleep anyway. But I did get to watch a few shows. So got stuck on channel 9.3, which was good stuff. I watched the Life Beyond. I don't remember what the name of it was called exactly, but anyway, what had happened was they were talking about this one gal that had been one of the early settlers that ended up being taken by the Indians or something. Anyway, she had a child and everything. They unburied her. They found her. They found that she had been buried by the Indians. So there you go. And of course, that'd be Native Americans to you and me, on account of we're not in India. That's why they were called Indians. They thought they had landed in India at first. But anyway, that being said, here I am. Here I'm not. Here I am. Alrighty. Anyway, I don't know what to tell you today. I watched a few shows. Got that one out of the way, and then I watched another bunch of documentaries. Mostly it was documentaries on that channel. So there you go. There you have it. What was I going to talk about? I don't have a whole lot to talk about. You know, like I said, that's one of those things. You have to deal with certain things throughout your care provider struggles, being a quadriplegic, being in a wheelchair, you got to deal with these certain things. It's issues that, you can either fret over it or you can just live with it. And in this case, I just kind of lived with it. Seeing as how it was Saturday and I didn't have anything really important to do, so I just didn't do anything. Now, I think that it probably cut into my caregiver's day because I think she had things that she really wanted to do, but she didn't want to leave me in bed by myself all day, so she hung out here at the house. I did make her go to the store, though, because, I can hang out at home alone, even if I am still in my bed. As long as I got a Bluetooth in my ear, I can always call the 911 if necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, it was a wonderful day. Rest and relaxation. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Rest and relaxation. Yeah, I had a couple of caregivers confused, and one thought the other one was going to be here, and the other one thought the other one was going to be here, so neither one of them showed up. And neither one of them would answer. Well, I don't know about the one not answering the phone, because I tried to get her phone number, but on Thanksgiving Day, when she was here last, her phone call didn't show up on my phone. As a matter of fact, my kids pulled that sneak attack with my son coming into town. Their phone calls, neither one of them showed up on my phone either. So I guess the electronic system for my telephone company just decided that it was a holiday and they weren't going to record anything, because it should have been under incoming calls, but it wasn't. So go figure. That's just go figure. I know why my hand's showing. Couldn't figure out why my hand was showing. Now I know. Need to tilt my chair down a hair. We'll go like that. And then we'll go like that. Okay. Is that better? Well, it's better for me. I don't know about for you. Let go. There we go. Had my hand wrapped up in my wire. You know what that does? That has a tendency to yank my headset off my head. And, well, we don't want to do that. I got H2O all over the place. I got an H2O down here. And then I've got an H2O up here. So I'm H2O'd all over the place. That's because I got to finish off. I get so much water per day, and I got to do it all, because if I don't do it all, I will dehydrate. Now, speaking of that, if I do too much, I will dehydrate. What? If you get too much water in your system, you'll flush out all your what are they called? They were the word was at the tip of my mind just a second ago. Electrolytes. There you go. You'll flush all the electrolytes out of your system, and if you do that, that'll make you lightheaded, dizzy, lethargic, and then all of a sudden you're ready to pass out because you have no electrolytes in your system. Been there several times in this situation. Generally what I do in that case, though, is I grab a Gatorade and some Reese's peanut butter cups. That way I get some electrolytes back in the system, salt mostly, and then I get some sweets in my system, and that brings me back around. Other than that, I'm so far gone, my it's just kind of like your blood pressure drops completely out or whatever, because your eyesight fades away, the whole 9 yards. It's like really weird. It's a weird feeling, and you can't. Your speech becomes slurred, and all kinds of goofy stuff. And you know something's wrong, you just don't know what. So, a little bit of Gatorade, a lot of Gatorade. Usually I'll down a whole bottle of Gatorade while I'm in that situation, so it brings me back in a hurry. Now, it's better to do something like Pedialyte or coconut oil, because coconut water, not coconut oil. Coconut water, because those are natural things which help better, and the Gatorade's got so much other junk in it that it's not really best for you. Anyway, you know how Gatorade was invented? Gatorade was invented by the in Florida for the college, and the Gators was the football team, and they had made this sports drink for the Gators, and so it was to aid them. Therefore, it was called Gatorade. There you go. A little bit of background information there. Trivia stuff if you want to know why or how they came up with the name of Gatorade. That's it right there. Background trivia. Now, it's useless information, but then again, that's the sort of thing they ask for on Jeopardy. Speaking of that, that's one of the movies I got to watch, was White Man Can't Jump. And in that whole movie, the premise is that Woody Harrelson's girlfriend, played by Rosie Perez, which I don't know. I think Rosie Perez's part is a whatchamacallit, character, what is it, the character role? Because every time I've ever seen her play a part, it's always the same. She is nasty, she's mean, she's always dwindling and tearing down the her significant other. There is another word for that, and I'm not going to use it because, well, for say I are a Christian. But anyway, every time I've seen her, it's the same role that she's in, so she does a good job of it, and it might just be because she's that way in real life. And well, but anyway, whole premise is she wants to get on Jeopardy, so she's always filling her brain with useless information and facts about trivia stuff. And I guess it's useless. About the only time it comes in handy is if you go on to Jeopardy. So there you have it. Only thing she didn't know anything about was sports, which was weird because Woody Harrelson was playing basketball. And so you would have thought that she would know something about the sports, but that wasn't her bag. So she never trained up on it. Anyway, I did have a good rest, and I did catch a few cool movies. So I actually watched Red Scorpion, which, you know, Dolph Lundell is not my favorite character to watch in the world, but he was a Russian soldier, Spec 5 or Spec 9, whatever, and he decided that, well, he lost that, and so he ended up, that was his personality, that was his identity. So anyway, whenever he lost that, then he got shipped out there to or kind of broke loose and got himself way out in the boonies in Australia, I guess, because he met up with some, what are they called? Oh, shoot. They have them in Crocodile Dundee. Bushman. Yeah. Bushman. Anyway, hey, you know what? That being said, this looks like it's about time for me to go. So, goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Yes, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here is Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? You know, God loves you and so do I. So be blessed and come on back and see me tomorrow, 'cause, well, I'll be here and I hope you are too.